What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of 2 for 2, your sports podcast for the culture, by the voice of the culture. I'm your host, Quis and Nell. Here as always, my brother Nell. We back with another episode for you guys today, man. It's season 3, episode 81. Quis and Nell, we're going to jump right into it, man. My brother Nell.
Boy,
How you doing, man?
can't complain, man. Good to see you as always.
Appreciate that. For sure. It's a good down the pod. Another week down. Well, last week down. Tuesday. How's your week been so far? So far, so good?
Can't complain. No complaints. Life is good.
Hey, man.
Breathe in the air.
That's all we can hope for, man. But, you know, we put the NFL season to bed and we said it's NBA time. So we got to get right into it. We know what's going on.
We're
out of the All-Star
better
break.
Or worse for me.
I mean, yeah. I don't know. I think it's probably worse. Because you had expectations. You knew what the Cowboys were going to do, you know?
I did.
You did. So, we'll get to your Sixers, I'm sure. But let's start with those boys over in LA, man. The Luka LeBron experiment has got legs now. You know, we're out of the All-Star break. They're starting to play a couple games together. You know, this week they'll be taking on the Mavericks with Luka for the first time. With that, man, it hasn't always looked pretty. You know, Luka just had a big night a little while ago, right? Just over the weekend.
Huge night.
You know, but with that, can you see this Lakers team competing? Truly after, you know, seeing Luka now. We've seen what we've seen. You know, they said welcome back Luka officially. We've seen how he is and how his offense looks. What do you see, man? Do you think they can legitimately compete as is? Now they don't have a big that we said they needed. They are what they are now. How you feeling?
Love their chances to get to the finals this year in particular. But if Luka can play the way Luka played, you know, Saturday night, whenever that game was in Denver. I mean, I texted a couple people that Luka was, you know, going to break the Nuggets curse. And I mean, that's a team that has given the Lakers and LeBron and AD fits for the last 2-3 years. It just seemed like, you know, every big moment the Lakers had, whether it be regular season or postseason, that the Nuggets would just shut it all down and dominate in fashion. So for them to go on the road in Denver, I'm not sure if Denver was still on their win streak or not at that time, but they were playing great basketball. You know, that offense with Jokic just flying high. So for him to go into Denver and to win, you know, that decisively, the way they played, their work on Jokic, the way Luka looked all throughout that game, you know, the way him and LeBron have been playing off each other, I think that's only going to get better with time. As long as other guys knock down shots, because I mean, you have those two of the best passers still in this game, can make any pass against any double team. Guys like Dorian Finney-Smith, Gabe Vincent, Austin Reeves looks like a completely different player this year. He's certainly blossomed into a legit third option. If those guys continue to knock down shots and Luka and LeBron do their thing, like I said when the trade first went down in a 7-game series, I mean, if those two go berserk and, you know, go into takeover mode, like, good luck, because what we saw Luka do, that is the Luka Doncic that the Mavericks traded. That is the reason why everyone was so down on this trade, calling it one of the worst trades ever, most shocking trade in NBA history, because you have a guy of that talent at just 25 years of age, and yeah, he can go on the road in Denver against probably, you know, what most people would say, and, you know, I'd agree with them, the baddest man in the NBA right now, Nikola Jokic, and to go into his house and dominate the way he did and almost put up a 30-point triple-double. I mean, that says a lot about the kind of player that Luka is. And going forward, I think LeBron and the Lakers, with Luka playing like that could be a real dangerous team.
I'm gonna go out as far as to say that I think they legitimately could compete for a title if like you said, this is the Luka Doncic that we know, right? He said he was rusty. He came out, that's his answer, right? I think he was 32, 10, 7, easy, right? Looked real comfortable. Looked about as comfortable as he's looked in a while, even, dating back to this Dallas season where he was coming through injuries early on. But for me, man, the reason why I think that they can be a legitimate contender is because of what him playing like that does for everybody around him, right? You touched on Dorian Finney-Smith and how Austin Reeves and Gabe Vincent, like those guys, like their careers are a lot. They've just changed for this season, right? It's a lot easier now. The pressure. I think Dorian Finney-Smith said something today about he's like playing with Luka again. It's like it's butt naked open. Like you got Luka and LeBron, like you wide open, right? You're wide open. Austin Reeves is getting guarded by your third guy. And like you said, he's having a hell of a season. He's killing. I think in this game against Denver, Rui had 21, shot 7 of 12, 4 from 9 from 3. Most of those shots are wide open shots. 21 points. You got 25 from LeBron, 32 from Luka, and 23 from Austin Reeves. Like that's absurd production. And that's all because of the guy that Luka is, coupled with the guy that LeBron is. This Lakers team, I think they have enough. I legitimately think if they play like this, right, they're sharing the ball. Like guys are sharing, they're playing defense. Like they're really kind of buying into what JJ Redick is doing over there, and he deserves a lot of credit for it as well. He deserves a lot of credit for the simple fact that there's a tenacity to this team now, right? He came out, he said, I didn't sleep last night. I'm up.
Yep.
I couldn't nap before the game. Like
they've got a true sicko for a head coach.
Absolutely.
His game plan against Jokic, they ran it to a T. It was beautiful. And we knew this about JJ. He was probably the most popular NBA podcaster before he was a coach. We saw the kind of mind that he has, and his ability to relate to players, having been a productive NBA player for a long time in the league. So I think he's done a great job, and he's going to be one of the best coaches in this league for a long time.
Yeah, it's exciting to see, man. It's a different energy surrounding the Lakers right now, and I think having a guy like you said, a sicko like JJ Redick, LeBron is the same way. Luka is the same way. These are guys that are going to really lock in. Austin Reeves is a baller, right? You bring Dorian Finney-Smith in, a guy who is rugged, tough, hard-nosed. Like, you good. You just got to bang. You got to be tough. You got to be physical. And I think the Lakers team, they're starting to believe it, right? Like, I really feel like, they've had the guys and the pieces or whatever the case may be when they had AD over there and they had LeBron, and it was always Darvin Ham's issue. But I think part of it, the energy wasn't there. This Lakers team feels different now, right? Luka is locked in, and I think he's really taking it personal, right? I think that's going to be a good thing for all of them. I think the Lakers, their mantra should be something surrounded by taking things personal. All facets of that team, man. But with that, we're starting to see the Golden State Warriors trade pan out with Jimmy Butler as well. They look pretty good. Steph, he looks like Steph of old, right? This looks like Steph, and they're playing better now. So between that Warriors team and this Lakers team right now, who do you think is more likely to get to the Western Conference Finals?
This is a tough one. I have really liked what I saw from the Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
I told you when the trade went down, Jimmy and Draymond, they speak the same language. We talked about how having that threat, someone that can, put pressure on the rim and get to the free throw line. He's been averaging 9 free throws a game since he joined them, 5-1 in that stretch. The fit has been seamless, and they're only going to get better with time. It's weird because I feel like if the Warriors and Lakers matched up, like I might lean Lakers, but oh man, this is tough because Curry's playing inspired basketball again.
He is.
And that's the scary part. You got Draymond and Curry playing inspired basketball. They know what it takes to win. You had a guy like Jimmy. You know, Steve Kerr said, he brought them some swagger. Definitely brought them some pop in that offense that they needed. No slouch on the defensive end as well. I think I'm gonna go Warriors right now. It might be my bias than me.
Wow.
I think I might go Warriors.
Yeah,
No, that's kind of crazy.
I was gonna say I'm not rocking with that. I'm not rocking with you. That we're not going there yet. They cool. They're like, bro, they hooping. Like they look good. Jimmy, like you said, it's a seamless fit, right? It makes perfect sense, but it's still gonna be we still haven't seen what happens when Steph can't do this. When teams make it Jimmy and Draymond, are we trusting that right now? Right now, I think I'm leaning. If Luka's having a bad night, I'm loving LeBron and Austin Reeves to carry.
It's not. I mean, it's more about the supporting cast. I think I might take the Warriors.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
It's tough.
Reeves elevates it. That's my point. Like Reeves
has elevated his game.
We're comparing big threes. Draymond, Steph, and Jimmy.
That's different. Draymond is just Reeves, a different kind of third option. You got
Reeves, Luka, Bron, supporting cast, Rui, and then I guess we're gonna say Dodo. As compared to what? Pods and Kuminga hasn't played yet. Has he?
No.
I was gonna say I don't think I've seen Kuminga out there. I don't think the Warriors have. I don't think the Warriors have shown.
I don't know. I have a little as of right now. I got more trust in the Lakers stars, Luka and LeBron. But I just think I just have a little bit more trust in the Warriors supporting cast right now. Look, if Austin Reeves, Dorian Finney-Smith, Rui, Gabe Vincent, if they all ball out, Jackson Hayes, Alex Len, like if those guys contribute, then like I said, like dealing with LeBron and Luka in a 7-game series, like good luck with that. That's going to be tough for anyone to stop. Whether it's 4 games or 7, that's going to be a headache for however many games you got to play them. But I'm just really loving the way the Warriors are playing right now.
Okay. I want to see it with Kuminga. I think that could put them over the top if Jimmy's presence mixed with Draymond and Steph playing as inspired as he's been playing. Can Kuminga come in there and be, that guy that we think he is, that they think he is?
And I mean, depending on how these last couple, months in the NBA shake up, I mean, the Lakers might have an easier path to the Western Conference Finals. We'll see what the standings shake up to be. I just feel like there's not one. OKC obviously has been by far the best team in the Western Conference this year.
You trust them in a big one, in a series against one of those superstar teams?
We shall see. I think they made a lot of major upgrades, obviously with Caruso and Hartenstein, and they've certainly worked out. And they've got, they're probably the deepest, other than Boston, the deepest team in the league.
I mean, I agree there.
So, definitely can't sleep on them. But after them, I mean, we saw what the Lakers did in Denver. Still think Denver is the second best team in the West right now to me.
You don't like Memphis?
Nah.
They're second.
Yeah, for the regular season, that's cool.
I mean, I feel you.
If they got to see the Warriors.
Denver's second now because Memphis lost yesterday.
Yeah, so I like Denver right now. Those two teams probably the only teams I think would put any kind of fear in the Warriors or Lakers.
So you got the Warriors jumping Dallas with AD?
I don't know exactly what the.
I'm saying, would you put them over Dallas with AD?
If AD is healthy, that's a matchup. So
okay, let's slide them into this: healthy AD and Kyrie. Let's say Lakers, Warriors, Mavericks. Are those 3? because I feel like that Dallas team is made
my
to they.
I
I mean, they're banged up right now, like extremely banged up. But let's say all things are perfect. Gafford, PJ, AD, Kyrie, Klay Thompson.
I'm not gonna lie. I like Dallas.
I'm still going to Lakers, bro.
I like Dallas.
I'm still
I
going to
told you,
Lakers.
I feel after that, you know, 2.5 quarters we got of AD in
I mean,
Dallas.
it was
I
magical. That looked
was
crazy. That
I was ready to put them in the title picture.
and
Um,
that was a,
then
that was a
they're supposed to be reevaluated in a couple weeks. They kind of got to get back into the swing of things. Could be tough, but all three of those teams I think have great chances to make deep runs. Which one will? I have no clue. If all
OKC.
are healthy, I think I like Dallas more.
I was gonna say it's
I think
OKC better not be comfortable up there.
I think the Warriors and Lakers are still like a couple moves away after a big shakeup like that. But I just like the way it all fits in Dallas,
I mean,
especially defensively.
and again, we talking about that AD, that little bit we saw. That was Kyrie was just watching. Kyrie didn't even get involved in that show. So yeah, they could be nasty, man. They could be. It's gonna get. Look, we
It's
always
gonna make
said the
for
West.
a fun race at the end of the season in
Hey,
the Western Conference as always.
Shea and them boys better keep working because there's some teams coming for them. But on the other side of things, man, we have to address the state of our teams right now. You know, my Knicks. I came over here last week. He asked my confidence level. I said it was a 3. Really was a 2. I meant every word I said because what happened, I think we had two national TV games after the pod last week. We played the Cavs and got smoked. Then we played the Celtics and got smoked. So the Knicks are now wiping 0-7 against the top 3 teams. So let's include the Thunder, Celtics, Cavs, in the league right now. That makes us 37-13 versus the rest of the league.
Rough.
Let's be real. After the game, these dudes said after we lost to Boston again. These dudes said we're a work in progress. No,
Can they not be a work in progress?
my coach went on a press conference today and said, "Well, we played 55 games without our starting center. I like how guys have stepped in. Would I like them to be better? Yes, but we could always be better." 0-7. Let me see. I'm pretty sure if I had to check, the Oklahoma City Thunder have lost games to. They lost last night in overtime, and Ant barely played against the Timberwolves with no Julius, no Rudy. Right? The Thunder have also lost to, let's see, the Mavericks, the
Letdown games are
Warriors.
real.
No, let's go to the Celtics now. The Celtics have lost games, 16 of them.
Most of us.
They lost to y'all. They've lost to the Mavericks. They've lost to not the Knicks. Hold on. The Raptors, even. The Lakers.
Couple Knicks players on
The
there.
Rockets. And you're trying to tell me that a team that is supposed to be a contender, a team that we shipped away everything to get our core. This is our team now. You can't find one win in 7 attempts versus 3 teams. You can't find one. And I'm
This
supposed to
is
be confident.
as the kids say, there's levels to this,
Right.
And there's championship elite level, and then there's playoff, maybe deep run level. And that's where y'all are at. And there's nothing wrong with that.
It
You
is.
just gotta like you said,
is.
like you said, we're building.
No.
You got the foundation with
No.
Brunson and Cat,
No.
Mikhail, Mr.
No.
$200 million man OG.
No.
You getting your starting center back.
He didn't even start last year when he got back.
Next game, he's coming back. That's gonna move. All right, I'm assuming we're moving Cat back to the 4.
The four might be tough. I ain't gonna lie. I do expect the Knicks to take a leap defensively with Mitchell Robinson back. However, I'm still concerned that as is, we couldn't find a win. Not even a win. I think the average margin of loss is like 20 plus.
The blowouts are concerning.
Like you're not competing against the best teams in the NBA. You are getting cooked. I don't care who else you can beat. You're not even contending in these games. The Celtics look at us like food. They just laugh. They walk on the court and they shoot threes and laugh. Jaylen Brown talk trash to us.
Fun is it?
Shea has been cooking us dating back to last year. He sat out a whole quarter, came back to hit the game winner, and limped off the floor. And then made an Instagram post. The Cavs fired their coach after being a good team in the East, and then said, "Oh yeah, now we're the best team in the East, and we're going to trade for guys that also are going to make your team's life harder, and you still couldn't beat us before we got them." Donovan Mitchell wanted to be a Knick and drops 30 every time. It's just like we're a joke. Why do I care? I don't want to talk about it.
Could be worse.
It could be worse, but no, it can't. Because like you said, there's levels, man. We're supposed to be a contending team, and we are not. Imagine just knowing your team is the second tier. Like, what's the fun of that? I'm not like we're not even like a young Magic squad where I'm like, hey man, we playing with house money. If we pull some stuff off, that's great. We sold out. Brunson took a pay cut.
Imagine how I feel. Nobody took a pay cut for the Sixers.
Go ahead, man.
They took all the money and just played like trash.
It's your floor. Sixers, man. I can't talk about the Knicks. How are you feeling about your team? Had a tough loss to the Bulls.
Had 7 tough losses.
Embiid's having his knee evaluated again.
Shut it down, big fella. Shut it down.
Paul George crashing out. I mean, how are you feeling, brother? Talk to us, man.
Plant the flag. I need
That's
Cooper
it?
Flag. Need the number 1 pick. It's the only way to make up for the season. The league, the universe, God, he owes me the number 1 pick. It's so bad right now in Philadelphia. Tickets are $2. It's bad.
Do we play y'all again? Oh, we play y'all tomorrow, of course. Is it in Philly?
No, don't care because I ain't watching.
Yeah, bro.
I think it's in New York, though. I think we already played twice in Philly.
Man.
So, yeah, it's just down bad. I hope they shut down Embiid. Wish they would shut down Paul George, too. If the rumors about him needing injections just to play are true. Just not much to say about this season. Just as embarrassing and disappointing as I've ever seen from a team that, came into the season with championship aspirations. A team that was talked about all summer as being able to compete. If you listen to anyone talk about the Eastern Conference before the season started, it was 1, 2, 3. You can pick your order. Most people had Boston first, but 2 and 3 was New York and Philly. Pick your poison. Now we can't even crack the top 10. Bulls traded their best player so they could tank, and we still can't take over the 10th seed. The Brooklyn Nets are better than us. Here I go thinking coming into the season, we just got to worry about Boston and New York. We don't have a win over Toronto or New York or Brooklyn this year. So it's just...
That's New York blood all through and through them 3 teams.
Just did not see the season coming at all. Could not have pictured this. Paul George could not be playing any worse. I could not have been more wrong about that addition. I thought we were going to get elite hoops on the wing this year in Philly. We are getting garbage hoops on the wing in Philly. He just doesn't even look assertive. He just doesn't look like he cares much. I mean, like I said, the season's definitely over. Just shut Embiid down. It's less embarrassing that way because regardless, we're losing. I mean, a blowout loss to the Bulls at home is just sad. It's just sad. Coming out the All-Star break, knowing we need a sense of urgency to make a push for the play-in and the playoffs, and they come out and drop 3 straight at home. Nothing more to say. Plant the flag. We'll see y'all next year. Shut Embiid down. Let him get surgery.
They said
ready next year.
They say they might take some like a bone out of his hip.
Just retire.
Somehow, it was a.
Just retire.
He's had probably the most interesting like medical surgeries in Philly sports history. Probably in sports history. He's just doing stuff. Not doing stuff, but like the things that he's getting done that are supposed to just return him to normalcy, and then they don't, is kind of weird. You know, it's like, what's really...
Yeah, that knee brace looks crazy. It just doesn't even look like he can run up and down the court. I predict that he's got 2 to 3 years left before he retires.
I'm going to retire 6.
I think I'll have a choice.
Nobody will take him, probably. Yeah.
Not for that contract.
I couldn't see a team.
I think he's due like 60 plus million in like 27, 28. 60 million for 20 to 30 games.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah. Hey, man.
So, yeah.
It can't get much worse.
It can. We could not get a top 7 pick, and then
I was
going to say,
does
OKC.
it? Okay, that's what I was going to say. Okay, that's where it is.
So
top 7.
The urgency is to lose. So I will no longer be upset with losses. I will be upset with wins. That's how bad the season has gotten. The team I thought could compete for a championship, I'm now rooting to lose every game, just so we can get a draft pick. And then when we plant the flag, and then we get McCain back, wrap it up.
Well.
I'm going to be unbearable. Well. I'm going to be unbearable if we get Cooper Flag to go with Jared McCain. Re-sign Yabusele. Yeah. Wrap it up.
No, stop.
Laugh now, cry later.
Stop, bro.
Laugh now, cry later.
I love that for you, man.
You won't. You're going to be jealous.
We'll see. I don't need Cooper Flag on my team. Good guy, though.
I do.
We'll see how
Certainly
that goes.
Don't want Ace Bailey.
That fraud. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Hey, my boy was sick, man. I heard he hasn't been playing well since that sickness occurred.
Just stop.
Yeah, he might fall. He's one of those guys, though. He'll be fine. Oh. In other news, man, we got to touch on the football. The Super Bowl champion Eagles are getting some pushback around the league. An anonymous team, they said, but then they said it was the Packers. I'm not sure if that was confirmed or not. Trying to get the league to ban the tush push, man. Would you want that to happen? Should they ban it?
Should they ban it? No. Do I want it to happen? Hell yeah. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I hate it. I don't like it. And yeah, the only reason I don't like it is because it's automatic. It works. And the team in my division uses it every time. It's like in Madden when, you stop someone on 3rd and 1, you just know they're going for it on 4th down. And more likely than not, you're not going to be able to stop them from getting 1 yard in a video game. Unless they absolutely suck.
Be surprised.
Yeah, be surprised. Well, in this case, it's even more automatic than that. So,
yeah, it's like a 99.9, unless it's like Vita Vea out there. It's gonna happen. It's gonna work.
Not every team has a Vita Vea.
That's the point.
So, I respect the Packers for trying. I appreciate them for trying.
It's not gonna happen.
But it's not gonna happen. I don't think it should be banned. Just because 29 other teams can't stop it. I don't think the Eagles should be forced to have to stop calling a play just because they found great success and efficiency using it. Yeah, do your job on defense and don't let them get to that play.
Yeah,
I hate it just as much as anyone because I know when I play the Eagles, I you got to be careful for just getting the third down stop. Like, it could be 2nd and 1, and you're just like, well, they're going to get a first down. Whether we get these next stops on the next 2 downs or not, like, they're just going to tush push on 4th and 1, regardless of what happens, and just get automatic first. So, just puts your defense in a bind, and it's too much to worry about, man. And with Saquon back there now, and Hurts being able to move his legs, that's
it's
headache.
tough. You know, let's just hope that, you know, they don't ban it so that we can see the day that maybe somebody learns how to stop it. You know, whatever coach comes up with that is getting a head coaching job if he's not a head coach. How about that? You know, it just, it's one of those things, man. It's unfortunate that, you know, your team's not the one that figured it out and that does it at that high of a rate. You know, Baker Mayfield will never do a tush push. I never want to see it. And so for that
personnel as well.
Yeah, you know, like, good on them. You know, good on them for being able to do it. So it is what it is. I don't really care too much for it. I think it would make Eagles fans even more unbearable if they were to get that banned and then win again or something. Then I can just hear it now. It's gonna be disgusting.
They're frauds without the tush push.
I'd say it.
Tush push merchants.
Wow, strong words. Don't say that now. You're an Eagles hater. You're gonna get us spammed with messages from the Eagles fans.
Nah, we could. They still on the Super Bowl high. They not gonna hear this.
You're right. They're not even listening. They heard no football. They turned us off. Yeah, because they don't have much to root for in basketball. But hey, man,
that shade was crazy.
Knicks Sixers this week. I'm sure, you know, y'all will magically find a way to win that game. I'm sure y'all will. That will be the time y'all figure out. I'm gonna turn it on.
We can't figure out anything.
Is Embiid like actively playing?
No, he didn't play last game.
Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, keep him out. Paul can play. And maybe that game can get us going. Mitchell
keep
Robinson.
Him out too. Actually, you know what? Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
keep Paul playing. So we can keep losing. He ain't contributing to no winning basketball.
Exactly. So, you know, we'll see, man. We'll keep up with that. But that's going to do it for this episode of 2 for 2 on the day, man. It's season 3, episode 81. We appreciate all the love. Continue to show, you know, YouTube, Twitter, everywhere that you're looking for 2 for 2. We got you covered. So we appreciate y'all as always. With that said, Quis and Nell, we out.